Welcome to Mikereative Cast, where we talk about films, TV, and video games and everything in between. It's just some of our passions and the things we like to discuss. Today we have back on the show with us, Javi and Vince. Welcome, guys.
Hold on.
Today on Mikereative, our main topic is we are doing a mini game for Game of Thrones.
That's our main topic.
Game of Thrones mini game, everyone. Beer of the show, everyone. What beer do we have today?
We actually have a beer by our friends in Huntington Beach called Rip Beer Company. It's called Sunset Gold. It is a dry hopped saison, 9% ABV, so it should be a pretty good one. But yeah, from Rip.
Nice.
If you are ever in HB, check out Rip. They got some solid beers over there.
Cheers.
Salud.
Thank you. That is good.
That's really
I
good.
like the. It is kind of dry, right? It has
Yeah.
a nice, dry, kind of easy-going flavor going into it.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
It's not like it doesn't leave that really dry aftertaste in your mouth. It just kind of fades out. It has a very slight aftertaste, but it's not a very like mouth drying, like mouth pucker type of like.
No.
So that's
It's
good-
clean.
So it's
Super
a
clean.
really nice like little exit.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good saison. All
good
in
stuff.
all. All right, and then to our handles of the show. Nah, that's a stupid line. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and SoundCloud. Facebook, www.facebook.com/MyCreativeMind. Instagram @MyCreativeMind. Twitch, twitch.tv.com/MyCreativeMind. And Twitter @MyCreative. Got you on that one.
I got it. You'll see it.
Welcome to the Mikereative crew, everyone. So you are listening or watching right now, and therefore you are one of our new friends. Welcome to the Mikereative cast. Friends who support one another and love to discuss creative passions. Please be sure to like and subscribe to all of our handles stated earlier and watch our videos or listen on SoundCloud. Let's get to the show. Everyone, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out January 25th. And I couldn't be more excited. The fact that we've been waiting 13 flippin' years since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. And it's just... It's so anticipated, so hype on my level. I don't have an article to discuss. I just wanted to bring this up. And hopefully the people watching or listening, can comment down below and just tell me how excited and hyped you guys are for this. But let's get to something that you can play now and something that has recently been updated to a new game plus, which is God of War. So the newest God of War has actually launched their update a few weeks ago of the new game plus. And there's an article on Kotaku. It's actually explaining that it's a pretty fun new game plus. Because the game itself starts off where you have like nothing, right? You have your axe and that's it. And as you go through the whole game, it's almost like Dead Cells, where you start to add in different runes, right? You start adding in these little things that you can start doing. All right, or you're leveling up Kratos enough to where you can actually go to that part, whatever. And the article, is stating this game is like you're going back in, and now instead of being like, oh, I got to level up, and it's so hard and challenging because I got to kind of figure out how to fight these. It's almost like, what am I going to use? There's so many options to kind of go and like defeat these enemies, and they're so easy, but you just feel like a freaking badass, and then you still get that same like wonderful story element that you got through the whole game. If you guys haven't played it yet, I'm not going to spoil it, but go play it because it's amazing. It's so good. And now that there's new game plus and photo mode, it's even better because you can just continue with the game and just play it right on over.
So is this the game you were playing recently? The one that you just passed? Like not too long ago? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When it first came out, I played through it and beat the game, and And I was even one of the ones going, New Game Plus, please.
Yeah.
You know, give us a New Game Plus. But the way the story's structured, they really had to figure out, like, how can we give that New Game Plus? Because the things that you unlock are, like, things that, like, right around your house, you can go to that other area that you shouldn't be able to go to in the very beginning of the game because you haven't unlocked that yet. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So they kind of had to figure out how to, like, do we just let them do whatever? Or do we keep the story linear and just let them have whatever they can do, right? Whatever they've already unlocked, you know? And they've actually released, like, more challenging enemies, even better armor that's even a higher upgrade, you know what I mean? And you can still actually upgrade your health and your rage meter. So it's just a whole new level of just, you know, adaptation to the game itself. Okay. Really cool. Really
nice.
fun. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Our second article comes from GameRant.com. This one is another game that I've actually been super hyped about. It's from the makers of Witcher 3. We were just talking about Cyberpunk 2077. This game is looking amazing. I like the cyberpunk theme. I like the steampunk style theme. So I like that there's a nice transition for me to, like, you know, enjoy that kind of cyberpunk era as well. And it's just huge game. I expect it to be huge because it's Witcher, right? Uh-huh. Witcher 3 makers CD Projekt Red, and now there's an article stating that this game. They finally, it's like, because it was all in pre-alpha, they showed off a little demo, but they're like, it's not even playable yet, right? Now they've announced at Gamescom, it is. Now fully from the beginning to the end, we can play through the game and actually, like, get to the final part of the story.
Okay.
Which is good because that tells us a couple things. It tells us, one, the story that they have is the story that they're going to place in the game, right? That's it right there. And the only tweaks that they're making is to, like, gameplay, is to certain little elements, right? Which means that we can be seeing this game maybe early 2020.
Okay.
Right? And then two, you know, because you have those stories already set in motion, they can start working on making the more detail into those stories, because that was one thing I loved about Witcher 3, is that, like, there was a frying pan mission, and I tell everyone this you probably heard this story, but you haven't, so I'm going to tell it. There's a frying pan mission, and so there's this lady's like, oh, my frying pan, and I'm locked in the house, and so you get into the house, and you just do your detective stuff, but I mean, like, the depth and the detail of this one little tiny, like, I was telling people, like, this is more story than fucking Destiny, the very first Destiny game. And I'm just like, this is a little side mission that, like, gives you maybe, like, 100 experience points. That's it. And it's on the road to, like, going somewhere else. It has an even better mission, but it's just such, like, good detail to it that that's what I'm excited for. Hey, now that they have the story, they're really going to stretch it out and add more detail and different things like that. Super excited.
Do you know what the story is about? Like, what the actual game is about?
So you are either a male or a female character, named V. Either way, you're going to be named V. And you're kind of like, I want to say bounty hunter, right? Uh-huh. You go out and you get hired on by companies or by people, and you just take people out. You know what I mean? Or you catch them and you bring them in, right? The cyberpunk vibe to it is you can change up your body, right? Like, they describe in the demo that she goes in for an eye surgery, and one of her eyes gets changed up, and so now the menu pops up, kind of thing. So now you see that HUD.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, it gives almost a depth of, like, oh, this is why you see your ammo. This is why you see your health, because you just put in, like a
okay.
You know,
That's pretty cool.
Cyber eye or whatever it is, right?
I mean, what's the setting of it, though?
It's like Cyberpunk. So it's like,
I don't know what Cyberpunk is.
It's like skyline, right? Like, think of New York City. No, actually, think more of like Singapore, where there's just freaking, right, skyscrapers up the yin yang. There's neon everywhere. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. And then there's the cyber element of it is like the technological advancements
Fifth
that you
Element
can
type thing?
actually. Yeah, that you can actually
okay.
add
Yeah.
to your body and change up your and morph, your body and make like a crazy gun arm, like kind of like think of like Ghost in the Shell, is essentially Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Right. So that's the setting. The story is going to be amazing, and it's all first person. So you kind of have that like, oh, this is me. You know what I mean? Like you have third person elements when you're driving in a car. But they were saying most of the time it's going to be first person, so it's you looking around.
Oh, okay.
Which
is different from being like a third person point of view and
like Witcher, where it's all third person. You're watching Geralt run around, swing a sword.
Yeah.
Now, are you excited about that? Because I thought you were more of like a third person. For those who are more like third person,
Yeah.
Yeah. I am excited about it because I have faith in what they do. You know what I mean? Is like the amount of detail I saw from The Witcher 3, it's just like I don't think they're going to like make that an issue, or like, you know what I mean? I think they're really going to dig down and make sure that everything's kind of encompassing and everything. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
In the demo, I guess they have obviously it's in first person, but they have her running up the wall and she pulls out her blades that come out of her arms, almost like scythe blades, right?
Oh, okay.
Like the devil's scythe, right?
Yeah.
Comes out of her arms, and then she fucking like knocks out these two dudes and like stabs them. And it's just, I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool, Like I didn't get to see it because they only showed it in closed doors.
Yeah.
But they like the articles describing it and everything like that. I'm like, oh man, I want it. I want it now.
How soon do you think they're actually going to come out with this game, though? Is there like a proposed set date, or is it just kind of just still in the works?
Yeah, there's no proposed set date. Yeah, no, when they were showing off the demo at E3, it was behind closed doors demo, and they were like, "We're not close to finishing it because we want to make sure it's good," and that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, when we're ready, when we know and we feel like, okay, yes, we're good to go. Then we're going to start working on like getting a date out to you guys, getting more trailers out, more gameplay out, kind of thing. But that's why I like them as a company, is because they're not afraid to sit on it and make sure it's like to their level of perfection before they release it.
Makes sense.
Okay. Damn, 2020?
That's how long it's going to be? Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be that long. But I was thinking, like, in my head, I'm like, 2020, damn, that feels like it's like at least 4 years from now. But that's like in a year. That's like a year and a half.
Yeah, like a year and a half.
A year and a half.
year and a
It's
quarter.
early,
Yeah.
We're already in August?
Yeah,
That's
we're
a
in
A year and a
August.
half. Or a year and a quarter, something like that. Third.
A year and a third.
What, I don't know math,
third.
but we're close. We're getting
No,
there.
it's exciting, but because they announced this, I think like even before Witcher 3 even came out.
Yeah.
They announced it, which was like 6 years ago. So this is kind of like one of them Kingdom Hearts 3 situations where they announce it super early and then they just work on it. You know what I mean?
whole way through.
And like they're giving updates every now and then, so it's super nice to get those like, oh, they're still working on it, everything's doing well, and kind of thing, and whatnot. But
is that how long it really typically takes to make these type of games now? You're literally investing like
Oh, yeah. Wasn't there a game that took like over like 7 years to make? Or something like
Kingdom Hearts 3.
that? Obviously.
Final Fantasy 15 was one of the ones that were
Well,
took
there was
forever.
one that was started and didn't finish for like 5-6 years or something, like 5-7 years, something like that, right?
I think I heard something. But
So
I don't know
because most of the time it's worked on, okay, and it's worked on for a good 4 years, and then they actually announce it to the public that it's going to be a game, and then 2 years or maybe a year into that, like Fallout 4, we knew about Fallout 4 5 or 6 months later, the game came out. So Bethesda held on to that game. They went through the whole production, all that stuff, announced it at E3, and then it came out that year. So there's companies that like, so they don't announce it until they've already been working on it. So CD Projekt Red was actually working on The Witcher 3, and they had no level of like, they probably only had a handful of people working on Cyberpunk 2077 while Witcher 3 was being worked on, but only to kind of get a cohesive story going or to get some ideas about gameplay. And, so you look at it and you're kind of like, okay, well, if they announce it that early, they're going to be working on it for 4 years. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to start seeing demos, which is like what we're kind of seeing now, right? Starting to see, or at least media is starting to see demos, right, being worked on. And then maybe next year we're going to see actual trailer, we're going to see actual, you know what I mean? Oh, there was a trailer that dropped, but...
Did you see it?
Mm-hmm. It was really awesome.
So it might come out, hopefully, within the next year.
You should check it out. I think you'd actually really be into it. It's kind of, to me, it's going to be kind of like a Fallout, but like not barren, just super compact and super, like, think of like Fifth Element.
I
where
love
it's,
Fifth
you know what I mean? Like, where it's like, there's people flying cars, and there's just, it's always packed and congested, and you're just, it's I'm super excited. I'm way excited.
Orange hair chick just falls into your taxi cab, and
yes, and you get a little glimpse of her titties.
A little titty action.
Sold. Anyways, but no, it sounds really cool. It sounds like a really cool concept that they're actually doing. I just didn't. I mean, with kind of that first person point of view, I just didn't know if it actually
would appeal to me.
Appeal to you, or just people who are more into that third person rather than that first person view.
Playing more Fallouts and playing Thief and different games, I've actually gotten used to the whole like Borderlands too. When we played, I get used to that first person thing, and I find myself with Fallout. You can switch it, right?
Yeah,
first
you
person,
can switch
third person.
First and third.
I'll play in third person when I'm like building shit, but I find myself actually switching to first when I'm fighting. Because it's just a little bit more
interactive.
You feel more engaged because it's like they're right there, and you actually have to turn the camera or whatever to like it's your head. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're like, oh fuck, there's someone on the right of me. I didn't even effing see him. Because I turn off that stupid HUD in the bottom.
No, do you?
Oh, you turn it off?
Yeah,
I didn't know you turned it off.
Just so it's more immersive.
That's kind of freaky.
It is. No,
you never passed the game, did you?
No. I never passed the game either. So
I got like 80 hours in, and I'm just running around defeating Deathclaws and shit. But I'm like, no, fuck the story.
I think I got like a few of the story left, but I mean, you can run around. Like I said, it's overwhelming on how much you can actually run around. So hopefully they actually kind of enclose this. What did you say? It's Cyberpunk? What's it called?
Cyberpunk. They're a lot more story driven than Bethesda's Fallout.
Okay.
For sure.
That way it's not such a huge map, because then...
Yeah, they're a lot more story-driven. They're going to have all the side missions and side things to do and whatnot. And they have... They're a game company that does multiple endings. Like Witcher 3 had like 20-something and different endings.
That you can choose.
Based on your choices throughout the whole game. So
yeah.
the game is like, an 80-hour game. If you go through the whole thing and you make a different choice, you can have a different outcome than what someone else had.
Okay. That makes cool. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. And it gives it that kind of replayability if you have 50 million hours
if you
of
finish
your life.
it. Or don't start it 4 times. Back to you.
Why are we always judging? Why are we always...
People don't forget.
And lastly, the final article before we get into our fun little game is the recent change of Twitch Prime, removing the whole ad-free perk to their subscription. It's a $12.99 a month subscription plan, and they removed the ads. And so it goes into how there's actual streamers on Twitch now who kind of boycotting and removing the ads themselves so that their streamers don't get the ads.
That's really smart.
That's pretty cool. This actually goes back to our last podcast on how Netflix sets the precedence on ads, even on like in between those. So now it's kind of just like, hey, this is actually coming into fruition. Look at Twitch. They're already, nope, that's out of there. We're actually gonna put back ads.
It's actually Amazon, because Amazon.
Amazon did
They already bought out
Twitch.
Twitch?
They have bought out Twitch already. Yeah,
Wow.
that's why they have a Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
They're
Makes
kind of
sense.
cohesive there. And then there's a really funny tweet that I want to read from the former Twitch VP. He says, partners don't see any direct benefit from the Twitch Prime ad-free removal. There are possibly indirect benefits depending on whether viewers will subscribe to avoid ads. In other words, the benefiting creators shtick is bullshit. And I just love that he's like the former VP just calling out Amazon going, no, this is bullshit. Your little excuse of why you're pulling ads or why you're pulling ad-free perk, no, that's BS.
Yeah,
You're just trying to make money.
Yeah.
You know, because the ads on Twitch are annoying, like all the ads like on YouTube and different things like that.
Side note, fuck that guy for selling it, first of all. Because...
Well, that guy, I don't know, he's just a VP, so I don't know if he actually sold it or if he's just the vice president of it. Whatever, who cares?
Oh, okay. But
We need someone to blame, and that's the guy.
That guy. Because Amazon went on to saying, it will strengthen and expand the advertising opportunity for creators so they get more support from their viewers for doing what they love. And the guy pretty much goes, the creators don't get any money from the ads that stream. It's Amazon and Twitch that get the money.
yeah.
So there's really no benefit to the creators. If your whole excuse is, it's for the creators, the positivity to the creators, then it should actually be a positive to the creators, not anything negative. Now you have actual creators going on being like, well, yeah, fuck this. I'm going to turn off ads and allow my viewers to not see, you know what I mean?
So they have that actual power to be like, oh, I don't want ads.
Yeah, because if you're a high enough level like Twitch creator, you can start a subscription and have people actually subscribe, and they pay a month
Just
to
for your
watch
subscription?
to watch your stuff.
Okay.
And then you get like a portion of that or whatever it is, and you can actually keep ads on, and so the ones who have Twitch Prime and don't subscribe will get ads,
Okay.
right?
Oh, okay.
And then now it's like, hey, now the ads are no matter what. If you have Prime, now it's like, oh no, go and subscribe to this creator too, on top of $12.99 a month. Now go subscribe to this creator. Oh, and that other creator that you watch. Oh, and that other creator that you watch. Right?
Yeah.
But subscribing to all these different creators that you watch, they get like a portion of it, but they don't get as much as what like Twitch is actually getting.
Yeah, which
So
Twitch
that-
and Amazon are actually getting.
Yeah, so that's their whole niche, is that they're trying to like, let's add ads to kind of push people to subscribe, and it's going to, you know what I mean? Whereas now these creators are like, fuck it, I'll turn off ads. And make it, you know what I mean? Like, make it even harder for them, and that'll just turn around on their asses.
I mean, how do you think Amazon will respond to that? Do they add restrictions to that? Do they take away that whole...
Well, if they're smart, they're going to do, we heard you loud and clear, everyone. We listen because we appreciate our community of Twitch devoters, and we're going to bring that perk back.
It's Amazon. Because those are fucking
We're gonna
slave
bring we're gonna
masters.
we're gonna bring that perk back in a new Twitch Premium called Twitch Super Prime, $14.99 a month.
That's pretty much what they're going to do.
Right? So that's a little better. Just like we talked about with Netflix, of saying, hey, if there's going to be these mandatory ads, if you haven't watched it, it's episode 2, everyone. If they have these mandatory ads, now they have a super premium package.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you're paying $17 a month, and there's no ads at all, which would be really fucked up on Netflix's part. So
Yeah, that's...
We talked enough shit on Netflix last week. Now we're going to talk shit on Twitch.
Amazon.
But Amazon's known to treat their workers like shit.
Yeah, they're
Like
not...
fucking slave masters, like just working people to the bone.
Or they're pissing in fucking like water bottles. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because
like,
they
in the
can't-
warehouse because they can't leave
can't even
their
fucking
little
take a break.
assembly line to go take a piss.
Yeah, Amazon's not going to do that. If anything, Amazon's going to take away the option for the
I really think they are going to do that. I mean,
They're going to do that
no choice.
instead.
Yeah,
They're going to
wow.
go, fuck you guys. We're going to make our money.
Yeah.
They're gonna either which way, Amazon's gonna make money, unless there's a different avenue that's gonna spring up out of nowhere. That's it. Like, I mean,
unless there's another, like you said, another avenue, another site just like Twitch, where they can just kind of jump over, take all their subscribers, all their followers.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna end up taking the ability for them to do the to watch the ads, and they're not gonna have an option. They're gonna have to do it because that's how they make all their money.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be screwed.
Oh, welcome back, everyone. We are going to go to our main topic, and today's main topic is actually going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a top 5 Game of Thrones game. The top 5 Game of Thrones game featuring who is going to die, or most likely to die, top 5,
Michael,
in the next season. Vince, go ahead and take it away.
all right. So who's going to die in season 8? So how it's broken up is in percentages. So as Entertainment Weekly reports, a data scientist has done loads of math with 2,000 characters from Games of Thrones and figured out the likelihood of various character deaths. So, and just because we got a little bit of time while these guys figure out their top 5, I'm going to introduce the Halftime Beer. The Halftime Beer is another Rip beer. Go check them out. So it is called, hey, kids, settle down. Settle down. It's called Parts Unknown. It is a pastry stout. It's going in at 6%. It's actually a really, really good beer. They haven't been able to try it because they're lollygagging over there. But yeah, Parts Unknown, Rip Beer, Huntington Beach, California. Go check them out. You guys ready yet?
We're back?
I see a wave. That's literally what Javi put, is a wave.
Oh, man.
that's a middle finger. That
We're
says,
just...
fuck
We're
you
just...
and fuck you.
What'd you say this was? A stout?
It's a pastry stout.
I know it's a stout. A pastry stout?
It's a pastry stout.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not like it's a pastry stout.
Mm-hmm. It's the go fuck yourself stuff.
It smells sweet. It has
I think
a
it
nice
has vanilla
like
in it.
okay.
And
I get a little bit of that and a little bit of like slight coffee-ish, but more like caramel.
Yeah.
it might have that, yeah.
I
That's
love
coffee.
stouts. You know, you guys don't know, but now you know. I love stouts. I love stouts. Did that come through the mic? Who cares?
You guys figure it out yet?
I think I got a good portion. What about you?
Okay.
We're going to announce them. So the way the game's going to go is we're going to start from our top 5. So we're going to start from number 5, just me and Javi. Vince isn't going to bring in the article percentages yet. We're going to go through our full 5 list, and then we're going to actually give ourselves points. So if the who we choose, if the character is in our top 5, we get 0.5 points. But if they're actually in the order that we had chosen them, so for instance, Bran top 4, right, is in the 4th line of the top 5, that's 1 point. Not 0.5, but 1 point because I got it right in the order. And then we have an actual top number 1. The top number 1 is going to get 2 points. That's going to be kind of like our tie or game breaker to make sure someone wins.
All right, so number 5.
Number 5, Cersei.
That's kind of
All right.
obvious, though.
What's
Yeah.
your number 5?
My number 5? I was going to say Melisandre.
Melisandre. Okay. My number 4, Sam. It's going to be Sam.
Sam?
Yep.
Oh, damn, huh? You think Sam was going to die?
I think
I
it's going to
think-
be that
I think-
twist that's going to be like, oh, why the fuck are you letting Sam go?
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
already killed the other fat dude. Why would you kill
would
Hodor?
you kill-
Now you're gonna kill.
Now you're going to kill Sam? He's got a wife and kid. Well, almost a wife and kid. Not his kid.
No, what's the little kid? The baker, the one that was with Arya.
Hot pie.
Hot pie.
You're going to put him in your top 5?
Is that number 4?
They're gonna kill Hot Pie, and
Fucking
Arya's
A,
gonna,
is that
and
number
Arya-
4?
and Arya's gonna lose her
fuck you.
motherfucking
No.
shit. Yes,
You're choosing
yeah.
hot pie?
Oh, fuck you, yeah, see? I knew she was gonna damn cheat. Hot pie.
Hot pie.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All
Hot
right.
pie's gonna get killed. And
Fucking
Arya
love
Stark's
it.
gonna
Who's
lose
cheating?
her
Wait,
shit.
who are you saying is cheating?
You're cheating.
How am I cheating?
Taking my answers.
I'm not taking your answer. I put it on your list, bro.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
All right. Number 3, The Hound.
The Hound.
Yeah.
The Hound. That's a good choice.
That was actually gonna be my next one.
Your
The
third
Hound. Yeah.
is The Hound?
Yep.
Nice.
The Hound.
All right.
Nice.
All right, and coming in at number 2.
Coming in at number 2.
Coming in at number 2. I still haven't decided whether I'm gonna say Jamie will die by the hands of Brienne of Tarth.
What?
Yes.
What?
At number
Yes.
Oh,
number 2.
shit.
Jamie will die by the hands.
Okay,
Of-
so we
of
are going
Brienne?
to put that on the list and keep track of that shit, because when we watch the season, if that shit happens, you are getting some uber points, bro. By Brienne of Jesus.
By Brienne. That's a prediction, guys.
That is quite a
That is
prediction.
great prediction. All right, and then number 1.
Oh, I have to do my number 2.
Oh, you're number 2.
And I was going to choose Jamie as well for
Yeah.
number 2. But because you chose Jamie, I'm going to choose Danny.
Okay.
Danny.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to choose Danny. I think actually ultimately John is going to be the one who ultimately makes it through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or at least that's what it kind of, to me, it looks like. So I feel like either he's going to die or Danny's got to die. And there's got to be that kind of sacrifice. You know what I mean? Because they're together now, even though they're lovers. Incestual lovers.
Yeah.
So, so Danny.
Well, I
is
kind of
my-
gave up my number 4 for hot pie just because I thought it was a fucking funny ass answer.
Yeah, that was a great,
supposed to be-
great answer. Because if it is, whew, I'm excited.
Because it really should have been Cersei. Because Cersei has to be on that list. But my number
Are you
1 is
gonna- are you
Jamie.
really?
one?
Is your number 4 really Cersei?
No, it's hot pie, bro.
It's hot
Is it-
pie.
is it-
It's hot pie.
it's been recorded.
It's written.
Too late. It's too late.
Yeah. My number 1's gonna be John.
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 Okay.
Nice. Why do you think that?
I think the fact that he's already died once. I don't think he cares to be alive anymore.
Okay.
I think like
Interesting.
I feel like he's gonna move towards like, oh, okay, I'm gonna finish what I was here to do, but I don't necessarily need to be here anymore. So I think he might sacrifice himself fighting like the
Yeah, okay,
the Ice
similar
King.
to my thought. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's either Danny or John, and it's like, okay, John or Danny are going to sacrifice themselves for the other to allow that Targaryen
Yeah.
ship to move
Yeah.
on, type of thing.
And
Okay.
I'm expecting John to go fucking ham sandwich and fly the fucking dragons straight into the.
Both of them. He's gonna. He's gonna like
be
Van Damme it.
Yeah, he's gonna
Van
tandem.
Damme
Yeah, he's gonna tandem both.
with his
hold on to
legs.
both of them,
Van
yeah.
Damme, both of them. Okay, so my my number 1 is,
I just remember that fucking scene where he's like standing and then the thing goes
Yep.
and it just spreads apart.
Splits.
When he's doing it on top of that moving truck. Do you remember that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
On top of the van.
That's what I'm bringing up. Jamie for number 1.
Lannister.
Yeah.
Got it. Jamie Lannister.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys settled in? Got your top 5? All right.
Got top 5 written down.
Cool.
All right.
So
Come
top 5.
on, hot pie.
All right, coming in number 5, we actually have at 60.39% Cersei Lannister.
Ooh, 1 point for me.
I thought that was half a point. Oh, you got her at number 5.
I got it at number 5.
Number 5.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Number 4
Okay.
at 66.02%. Hot pie. I'm just kidding. It's actually Bran Stark. So they
Oh, shit.
actually, he has a 66%.
They really think he's gonna die?
Yeah, he has a 66% chance that he's gonna actually die.
Wow,
I mean, maybe that's
okay.
why you seem so sad all the time, uptight.
He's
Like,
gonna go full vegetable.
yeah, that's not funny.
A time traveling vegetable.
You're trying really hard not to laugh. That's fucked.
Not funny.
And people are just gonna stop watching from this point on. All right. Sorry. Coming in at number 3 for 70.76% is Tyrion Lannister.
None of us put Tyrion down.
None of us put Tyrion.
Shit.
He really
Fucking
had
hound,
like a 50%
man.
chance of just half the man. No? Okay, cool. Moving on.
70% apparently.
No, 70%. So coming in at number 2, Sir Jaime Lannister.
Oh, plus 1 point.
What's the point system right now?
1 to 1.
What are you literally? You
One
guys got
to
one.
one.
You guys both fucking suck.
We got no.
Well,
Actually,
no,
that was
wait.
pretty good.
Well, it's
don't
1-1,
don't
right?
we get 1 extra point because it's in the top 5?
No,
I
I said if it's in the top 5, but not in your order, you get 0.5. So it's kind of like here's a half point because at least you got it within the top
okay.
5.
Got it.
So
got
so
it.
If you actually get it in the right order, it's 0.1. So
Okay.
so
if
far-
you get top
yeah.
1 though,
Oh, okay.
that's 0.2.
Well, how many have you?
Not 0.2.
So how
sorry,
many have you got
stupid.
in
2
the
points.
actual top 5?
We've each gotten 1.
In the actual top 5,
And in the same
order.
in the order that you had listed. So
So
he got
after-
Jamie at top 2.
After 4, each of them got 1 point.
Yes,
Congratulations.
we did.
You guys
We're,
suck at
we're
this.
good at this game.
You guys really suck at this game.
I'm about to win though.
At number 1,
Oh, fuck.
at 83%.
Yeah.
Number
It's
1,
over.
Danny Targaryen.
Oh, what?
Danny Targaryen. Actually, at number 6, Jon Snow is at 58%.
Number
So
6
he's-
is Jon.
Jon Snow is 68.
You don't think John's gonna die?
He's down. I
Shit.
mean, maybe he fulfills a prophecy or some sort. Euron Greyjoy, I know you wanted him dead. He's
But
at,
if she dies, then the whole Targaryen line is done.
no,
No,
because he's
Jon.
Targaryen.
Not
forgot
John is
that,
Targaryen, bro.
Jon Snow is Targaryen.
They're doing each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, ancestral love or incest.
Wow.
And
1-1, everyone. So we're going to keep this game going
Okay.
on the next
yeah, John is
podcast.
Targaryen.
We're going to try to have another game or at least a couple podcasts down the line. So we're on 1-1. We tied right now. There's no winner. But there you go. Based on that article, top 5. Number 1 is Danny. 2 is Jamie. 3 is Tyrion. 4 is Bran. And 5 is Cersei. Pretty interesting stuff.
No, I mean this is just obviously a
7
survey
had to
there.
have been hot pie though, right?
7 had to be hot pie.
He
Yeah.
was definitely top
hot
100.
pie. Hot
That's-
pie is number 7 for sure. He makes
I mean,
those fucking
do you
delicious
agree
little
with that?
little breads.
Do you agree with that top 5?
hungry.
Do you think Danny has the biggest chance of dying over Cersei or?
You know, and that's what I was saying with so to me it was like either Danny or Jamie. But really, all in all, like based on what we were talking about too, is it was down to Jon and Danny, But I just don't think Jon was gonna die, and so I feel like top 6 for Jon, like that 6th place spot, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Only because he's already died, he's already gone through the thing. Why get reborn or come back to life, only to die again?
I mean, he could be just fulfilling a certain prophecies before he is actually laid
to
away.
sacrifice, like he
To
said, it makes
sacrifice and-
sense.
And
It
the
makes
reason why
sense,
the reason I think is because if John survives, so he's gonna continue the Targaryen. But I feel like Danny, they won't kill her off, and they'll show her like pregnant or having kids. So they'll move and they'll continue the story of her
Yes.
expanding the family tree. But John can die, and they're like, okay, like I would be.
He's already spread his seed to Danny.
If John dies at the end,
It's true.
I would feel like I am okay with John dying. Like okay, he's already done enough.
did
He's
his
already
part.
survived.
He
He did enough. He has gone through his own shit. I feel like Danny's gone through so much, so she should survive at the end. Like this is, but then again, it is Game of Thrones, so fuck all of us, right?
Right.
They're gonna kill.
They're killing everybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lannisters are fucked because all 3 of them were in the top 5. Yeah, I believe it was Tyrion, Jaime, and Cersei were all in the top
yeah.
5.
On Tywin.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, they're just all. No one expects those guys to be alive. Apparently, at least in terms of the characters that they have.
Yeah.
They're screwed. That's it. But I mean, who do you think is actually going to kill who?
Well,
I think John is gonna die by at least for my predictions.
sacrifice.
Through sacrifice, fighting the Ice King,
Mm-hmm.
or the Night King.
Yeah.
Number 2, Jamie gonna die by the hands of Brienne of Tarth because
Cool.
I think Brienne's gonna be protecting hers, and she's gonna have to go after Jamie.
Okay.
But Jamie
And in
also
a one-on-one, I think she's going to be able to take him.
Oh yeah,
easily.
He has one.
The
less
Hound,
man.
I think the Hound will eventually, like... I think he's going to win over Arya Stark for the time being when he helps out and does something good. But I think in the end, because he is on her list, she is going to kill him. I think she's still going to like take him off for all the shit that he's done. And then Hot Pie...
Melisandre. Melisandre.
Yeah, Melisandre.
Your fifth was Melisandre. So
Yeah,
why
Melisandre.
would you? Why did you choose Melisandre?
Because she's
just behind so much of it. I feel like
Bran's gonna like announce it or something. Because he knows
Yeah.
that shit. He knows.
Yeah.
It, you know what I mean?
yeah, and I feel like in the beginning she was so powerful and so like so just what's the word? Like she just didn't care. She was just like, this is what you have to do. This is the God that you have to follow. Blah,
Right.
blah, blah,
It
blah.
almost seemed like she was out for power.
Yeah. And
You know
now
what I mean?
now I feel like she knows that she's screwed up, and it's almost like she's either used so much power from this God
Or
that
she's feeling guilty.
she's feeling guilty. Then, and on top of that, she's used all her power to do all these things for this God, and then this God probably doesn't even think that she's worthy. And so she's gonna have that karma. Someone's gonna come after her. The first person that I feel like would come after her would be who watched
I feel like
the-
Arya would come after her. Doesn't she have a vendetta against?
She does have a
against her?
vendetta against her.
Yeah.
Because she was there when she was like sold off or whatever, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, it'd be interesting if Jon took her out. Because they're saying the prophecy that Jon is the Azor Ahai, right?
Oh, yeah.
Azai or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the way the prophecy was made is that the husband killed his wife with a sword to bring about Lightbringer, right? Right through the heart. What if Melisandre is actually that wife? She just hasn't died. Because you know how she took off her necklace and she's super old?
Yeah.
What if she's using magic to stay alive, and then because she like has spoken with the gods or whatever and has that kind of like connection, that she knows that someone is going to be there to then end up killing her to bring about Lightbringer 2.0 or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
To bring the end of the destruction of with the Nightwalkers and everything. That'd be pretty interesting.
Fair
That-
judgment.
yeah.
It's fair judgment.
Yeah, because she has to die. I feel like she has to die.
She doesn't have. You want her to
she's
die.
on your
She
she's on your
has
top
to
five.
die. There is
I don't
no
give a
way
damn.
a woman of her age can have such perfect breasts. That is magic, and that is evil, and she has to die.
I don't like that voodoo shit around here. Right on. Well, let us know down in the comments below what you think your top 5 is. And if you agree with the results that Vince had said based on the
Entertainment
percentages.
Weekly.
Right? From Entertainment Weekly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's been Mikereative Cast. I'm Mikereative.
I'm Javi.
I'm Vincent.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you appreciate everything, the videos, and all the support. We appreciate it for sure. Give us a like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy the end bit of this little podcast here, because we're definitely getting into tipsy region.
Mike.
Thank you.
Mike is-
Bye.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.